Hey guys, I thought it would be really cool to kind of jump into a little bit of Fire Mage stuff today. I have been playing a little bit more Fire Mage over the last few days. Fire Mage RMP and RMD has been really strong these last few days, especially since Arcane was nerfed. A lot of other classes have been nerfed, and Fire has been buffed for the most part. Like the Pyroblast, the Fireball, like the overall damage has been buffed, and I think it's to a point where it's actually playable again over the other two specs, right? But Frost is pretty close, and Arcane's actually pretty good. I don't know, they're all pretty good, which is in a good place, right? So we're actually going to jump into this game where I'm playing RMP at about 2250 MMR, about 2300. We ended up going up to like 2400 MMR that night because we won nearly every game, which was awesome. I mean, we're going to be playing against an RMD mirror, right? So this is really interesting because a lot of mages actually spec incorrectly, and I've actually watched a lot of top mages in the EU region and also a couple in the NA region. A lot of them have to play a different spec, which I don't see a lot of fire mages playing in this around this MMR. And whenever there's a restoration druid on the enemy team, you pretty much always have to play the talent called Kleptomania. And Kleptomania, what it does is it's a spell steal 30-second cooldown. It like adds a 30-second cooldown to spell steal, but it steals all the spells from the target, which means that whenever a restoration druid uses his 1-minute cooldown to apply all hots on the onto a target, right, of any sort, you can actually just use Kleptomania and it takes all those hots away and it puts the Restoration Druid so far behind, it's ridiculous. And then at the same time, if there's a mage and he uses Kleptomania on you, you can actually spell steal Kleptomania back pretty much everything that he steals, and there's no way that he'll be able to really recover. You'll have a huge advantage, right? So moving on, what we're going to do is actually, I'm going to show you a game that's pretty much to the fullest momentum. It's a really awesome scenario for us, and we're able to really stomp this team because of all of the mistakes that they made and basically getting a solid opener, because those are so important for these mirrors. And I think that actually RMP and RMD mirrors in general are extremely fast-paced and require a lot to really, master them, right? Because there's so much happening at once. But for some reason, the enemy mage actually randomly goes out of invis. I think he might have Frost Nova trying to get the enemy out, or whatever he's doing. But we actually open onto the enemy mage, which is best case scenario, because us getting an opener basically means that we can have this forward momentum, we can have this stun, we can have combustion rolling immediately, we can do a lot of damage and basically be on the right position of the game, right? So we get a stun. I pop combustion immediately, and then I use Phoenix Flames and Fire Blast because I don't want to cast Fireball and get interrupted somehow. So I pretty much just open up with my instant cast in order to do a lot of damage that way. And then the enemy Restoration Druid comes out of stealth. He actually tries to cast Cyclone, but ends up juking it. I didn't use Counterspell, so he can't really clone me because he'll just end up not getting it. We use Blind immediately, and we end up forcing Cauterize because of this. Is because we use Blind immediately instead of me trying to go for a Sheep or my Priest trying to go for a Fear. We ended up just using Blind. And this is another important factor because this is the all-in offensive momentum strat. We are going all in, and we're using a bunch of instant casts, so there's no way to counterplay us except for stuns. And landing CC, which is really not possible for the mage because he's being trained with garrotes and kicks and all that stuff. He can't land any CC. And then I have counterspell available for the druid, so he's never really going to be able to cyclone. So if the rogue can CC, which assassination rogue doesn't have a whole lot of CC. If he can CC you, then great, but that's really unlikely. So we're pretty much using all of our instant casts, using our Phoenix Flames Fire Blast for damage, using our Vendetta instant cast, and then we're using Blind for CC on the enemy Restoration Druid as opposed to going in with the Polymorph and all that stuff. So we end up popping the Combustion, or the Cauterize rather, and almost killing the mage. We get his Ice Block immediately, and the Restoration Druid is in a full sap. I end up casting this Polymorph here, and I can actually get a full Sheep on the Druid since he's out of caster, and the Rogue doesn't have kick, and the mage is an Ice Block, so he can't counterspell me obviously unless he comes out of Ice Block, in which he will die. So we pretty much just are able to CC the enemy Restoration Druid and then get a Massive Spell onto the Mage right here. We actually almost killed the Mage. My Priest called that he had Massive Spell going, so I put that Meteor down, which you can see. I put it down while he was in Ice Block because my Priest called that he was Massive Spelling, and I was going to make this cool play where I Meteor right as he Ice Blocks, or right as the Ice Block fades, and then he dies. But the Mage actually gets Iron Barked here, and then he gets a huge amount of hots. As you can see, he uses Combustion. They're getting a little bit more offensive pressure here. They have double CC on my team. The Overgrowth is actually used. As you can see, Rejuvenation regrowth, and wild growth is actually used. It might not be overgrowth, actually. It just might be a lot of hots because life bloom's not there. And then we have combustion rolling, and we have pyroblast, and then we have temporal shield running right there. See? So temporal shield, and I actually call for I'm going to be spell stealing here right now. As you can see, I spell stole a bunch of hots, I spell stole a pyroblast proc, and I spell stole temporal shield, and actually cancel the temporal shield in order to use the health, and he can't spell steal it back and all that stuff. So the mage is in a bad spot again. He's not able to live, and as you can see, he blinks away. He instantly dies. He doesn't have any hots rolling on him, and Sativ lands a really nice kidney on the enemy restoration druid, taking the win. So this was about a minute and 15-second long game, which pretty much shows that they only had one opportunity to do damage to me, and they almost got my block. They really almost did, but we used pain suppression in order to live, and then we were able to get the mage's ice block out, his cauterize out first, and also just keep that forward pressure going, which is really, really important for this type of matchup. And that's why I wanted to show you that, because the more forward momentum, the more instant cast that you can get in the opener, the more damage you can get out, the more stuns, the more blind, like whatever it is, just everything lining up to a point where you just use everything immediately. I feel like that's the best way to approach these mirrors, in my opinion, because it's really hard to defend against that. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to show you guys today. I just really wanted to show this game to you guys because I think it's a pretty solid game, and you can kind of learn from it, because I think R&D and RMP mirrors are becoming more relevant within the PvP scene, if you play any of those classes at least. So understanding how it works, and understanding kind of how you can get better at it if you're looking to get better at it, that maybe that'll help. But regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for future episodes, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, can we go?
Yep. A stun on rogue.
He stunned me.
Can you mind?
Nice. Yeah, going.
He won't ever get a sheet. Let's just get combustion. Yeah, we got it. Okay, good.
Sap.
Get the block too.
I'm getting it.
We got it.
It's off. Oh, I got kicked.
No,
I can.
Okay.
Can you get it still?
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. It's a little late, but I got it. I'm gonna Shadow Fiend him. Fearing? Oh, fuck, dude, I'm full sheep.
It's fine, it's fine. He's not gonna get anything.
I'm clone full, fuck.
Maybe sheep. I'm actually gonna have to maybe block.
I'm just fearing.
I'm kidding. Nice, good. Really good.
There's temp.
Okay, I spell soul. Kill.
Kenny. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, dude, that was really good, actually.
Wave at him, cartoons, wave at him.
That's Bob X. See, that was the rogue I was playing with earlier.
Really? That druid like called us bad and then peaced out on us after not even playing a game.
Like, we didn't even queue one game. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Did you guys lose it or something?
No,
we
we
didn't.
didn't.